Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Isn't there a human crest she can join?
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while.
You and I have markedly different ideas of what amounts to a gift. Of course. Nervous, perhaps? When we entered Worm's Crossing, it felt like it might be the beginning of the end. Whatever happens, I'm glad it's with you next to me.
Did you want something? If not,
Of course.
well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unwrap. Too late did he realize the goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, it was the end of Mistral. As the child, an event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
I'm listening.
Here we go.
Tonight, you are the monster everyone claims you are. Triumph after triumph. You have excelled in base villainy. For he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. You have reached the time of majority, and you shall come into your birthright. But another seeks to disinherit you. Do not let her be your death. Your father loves you. You have already made us so proud. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your line. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is greater than you could have dreamed. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, dear sister, must die by your hand, an offering in Baal's sanctum. Your heart pines for the love of your lord. Today is a wonderful day for murder.
I'm listening. I'm not surprised. You've become death incarnate. Mighty, yes, and altogether unpredictable and intractable. One day, perhaps soon, Baal will demand your fealty. You'll either muster the strength to defy him, or you will succumb. I know how I'd choose.
What's on your mind? A Baal spawn? Gosh. I know what it is to have a closer connection than most with the gods. But with Baal, that's not a bond I'd like to be bound with. You should be careful. Very, very careful.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
I thought you'd never ask. I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps. From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature, if you want to. Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
Of course.
I suppose you've earned it.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
You are safe, my love. I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you.
Brothel?
Exhausted.
Pleasure house? You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind. The missus and I have been...
Confuses me for a member.
Get moving! Unless you want a belly full of steel.
The Duke. Ravengard, I think. I heard he's a good man.
Let us talk to him. Please, if he could just...
front page material.
We have the Duke's full support. For the good of the people. Our.
That'll make a great headline.
Actually, the pigeons do the delivering.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell?
That's an
At least
excellent
we'd have a
idea.
bed.
I should go
What?
straight there.
Before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate. Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable, its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on, kill it, absorb its power, just like you did before.
Come no closer, you. You. What are you? What am I sensing? You are like me. Like I was. A vessel yet to transform. Help me. I am so hungry. My vessel. He fought the transformation. He found it excoriating. I can still taste his terror. It is delicious, but will not sustain me. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic to restore our strength. I sense you are underdeveloped. Bring me a brain and I will help you augment yourself. I shall be here, waiting for your return.
Curtail your sympathy. We wish to destroy the Elder Brain, not nourish its thoughts.
You return. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic. To restore, I shall be here.
Curtail your sympathy.
Everything you read in the broadsheet.
Is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
You're going to hire all refugees.
See the city.
Just like that.
Up on the hill.
Of course. Cleaning, cooking,
Action, not reaction.
possibilities are endless.
What do you get out of this?
Quickly then.
It's the right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coins.
You'll be in a big soon.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. Catchy, right?
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
Never wanted the easy path.
We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised you'd get us inside the city. You said you'd do whatever it takes. You don't want to talk about that.
It was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we have a bed.
You have returned. With a meal, I hope. You are correct. I am ready.
Let's see. Seems like a good moment to talk.
You have returned. With a meal, be quick.
bed and
If I was a Sharon lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
I shall
curtail your...
I'll give it a shot. Breathe deep and move.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell?
It's one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt. What do you remember?
Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that. Cleaning, cooking, construction.
Indolence breeds madness.
What do you
Secure a house. An efficient path.
Deserves the chance to make some coins.
Remind them that this is our city. And don't take time to press.
It was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in?
What are you? You are like...
Just like you did before.
Help me. I am so hungry. I can... We need to feed. We need a brain, fresh and Yes. And as you...
You feel its presence,
Now leave.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
You have done me a service and received appropriate thanks. Now leave.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
The creature was born recently. Its mind is still fresh. You can absorb its potential if you consume it.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Of course.
I thought you'd never ask.
Very well.